Go.
Good morning, Brighton. My name is Councillor Clyde Loakes and I'm the Deputy Leader in the London Borough of Waltham Forest, and I've been invited down to speak to you this morning, to present to you this morning on low traffic neighbourhoods, something that is very close to my heart and Waltham Forest, that we've been working on very passionately for the past 6 years or so, something that's evolved as well. But in its purest forms, low traffic neighbourhoods are about taking out residential areas, non-local through traffic, rat running traffic, and returning those residential areas to the local people who reside in them. You can still access your house, your home by car, but the ability to bypass major roads and the infrastructure on those major roads that controls through traffic is no longer in place. So moving on, very short time. A little snapshot of the Enjoy Waltham Forest programme, which was a £27 million, initially a £27 million programme of encouraging more people to walk and cycle in Waltham Forest. And there's a map of Waltham Forest, Chingford in the north, Walthamstow in the centre, Leighton and Leytonstone in the south, and just some of the things that we've managed to achieve with our approach to date. Some of you may have heard the term Mini Holland, which was how it was originally badged, and this is the term that I refer to, but largely referred to as Enjoy Waltham Forest. So Orford Road is probably the most famous of our low traffic neighbourhoods. Well, Walthamstow Village is the most famous of our low traffic neighbourhoods, with Orford Road, a traditional shopping parade at the heart of Walthamstow Village. I have to say, none of this stuff is easy. We know it's the right thing to do with regard to air quality. We know it's the right thing to do for active travel, encouraging more people to walk and cycle. We know it's the right thing to do for climate emergency, climate change, public health, community cohesion, economic revival. We know it's the right thing to do, but nevertheless, there will be people who do not want you to change the way they access their home by their motor car, and there will be anger and frustration about it. But I did not come into local politics to manage the status quo. I came in to make a positive difference, and all of the evidence is now firmly in the place where these kinds of interventions, where you stop through traffic dominating your residential neighbourhoods, dominating how people move about those areas, putting the car before people, those approaches are outdated and outmoded and need replacing. And the low traffic neighbourhood in its purest sense, or maybe the 15-minute city or 20-minute neighbourhood, are the ways forward. This is what Orford Road used to look like, the heart of this low traffic neighbourhood. 2,500 vehicles a day, both directions on this tiny road, double yellow lines on both sides, but the cars would still park on the pavements, causing real congestion in this particular place. And if you had a buggy, if you're in a mobility scooter, you would have to be fighting amongst the cars to get by. Not a pleasant place to be. Now look at it. We have a timed closure on Orford Road, which means that between 10 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night, only pedestrians, cyclists and our small hopper bus, which is every half an hour, can access this stretch of road. It's now one way as well, and it's totally changed the look and feel of this place. People want to come here and spend time here. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's clean, it's planted up, it has community and business ownership of this place, and we now import people from our neighbouring boroughs to this destination because it is so nice and it has an offer that people want. Some few facts and figures for you. You can see the difference by putting in modal filters. So modal filters are the key to low traffic neighbourhoods. They stop motorised traffic from using residential roads as rat runs, but they still allow people on bikes, people on cargo bikes, people on mobility scooters, pedestrians, micro scooters to still access in the way that they want to access. And if you're a car driver, you may have to take a slightly different route to get to your home, but you can still access your home. But it stops the thousands upon thousands of vehicle movements every day using residential neighbourhoods as a shortcut, a rat run, bypassing the traffic infrastructure on main roads designed to control that amount of traffic. You can see the difference that we've made, and the two red roads there, we've made some more recent changes with the introduction of some school streets, and we expect those figures now to improve as well. But, you know, a huge difference. And if you walk around the Walthamstow village area now, before you know it, you are walking down the middle of the roads. You're not on the pavement. You're walking 3 and 4 abreast. And should you come across a car in this neighbourhood, it gives you the priority. It waits for you to get onto the pavement or walk past. That's the change in behaviours that we're now seeing in place in across all of our low traffic neighbourhoods. Again, Leighton, Francis Road, another example of the change that's occurred as a consequences of kind of deprioritising the needs of the motor car and improving the priority of people in this place. Businesses and residents taking ownership of the planting, taking ownership of this space, creating events in the road space on a regular basis, which again now means this is a destination. Before, you just did not go here. And lots of other benefits from what was initially started as an active travel agenda. You know, it's a complete change of way of life for many people. And during the lockdown, you know, these kind of localized neighborhoods, these kind of opportunities really helped the health and well-being of our residents. Communication, more people talking to each other as they go about their daily business, walking to school or walking to work or walking to the shops. They're walking together now. They're not competing with motorized traffic, and they don't feel the need to get into the car themselves as a consequence. Yeah, clearly public health benefits. The air quality improvements are significant in Waltham Forest, with our children now expected to live 6 weeks longer as a direct consequence of our highways interventions. Economic revival on some of these former shopping parades that have been left to kind of be run down, and clearly environmental benefits, lots of planting opportunities, lots of opportunities for sustainable urban drainage systems and rain gardens, and lots of empowering of the community, getting them involved, owning these changes right from the beginning right through to the final delivery. And that's how you build the support for what you want to deliver. Thank you. That'll do.